Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be visiting with you because one of my New Year's art resolutions was that I was going to be spending more time doing vlogs, and when I learn how to get the mechanics of this set up, I will be visiting you face to face, which I think I'm going to grit my teeth and do, and probably be quite happy that I'm doing it. But right now, as you can see, this is a desk, a higgledy-piggledy desk, if ever there was one, and I don't know where to begin, and there isn't going to be too much rhyme or reason. First things first, just came in the mail an hour ago, a stopper topper from Michelle Schreck on Etsy, and she is West Texas Sass. 3 words. West Texas Sass. I have had a love-hate relationship with this wonderful glue. I thank heavens that Gail Agostinelli went through all of the misery first and shared with us exactly how to make this work. I purchased it on Amazon. It's Art Glitter Designer. Glue dries clear, and such a very, very, very fine tip. But that pin was not a happy making situation at all. So I decided to treat myself to Michelle's pretty, so that when I take this out and lay it down on my workplace, I will not be immediately losing it. And it's bendable. And let's see. Bingo. I certainly will not be losing the pin for that anymore. And that is a very good thing. So, that was my first share with you. Now, where to begin? I've been shopping, I've been doing things, I've been looking at things from last year. Oh, I have so much to share. I was in Target, and I cruised by their paints, and you know I'm a great lover in their Shimmer Egg. And I noticed this acrylic glitter, multi-surface, etc., etc., and look at that. And now that I'm junk journaling, I'm looking at life in a very different way, and I thought that I would give this bottle a try. Now let's see if I can do this. Sometimes they come right up. If you just... There we go. Assert yourself a little bit. And now comes the Dollar Tree pad. And let's see exactly what we have here. Let's give this a good serious shake, because I imagine that most of this is in the bottom. And let's have an old brush and just see what we have here. Now this is strange looking. Let me go down in there. Very strange looking. Oh, holy moly. This is, wow. The acrylic is clear, and so it's not gold paint with glitter. This is clear. This is clear paint with glitter. Let me dispose of this little puppy. Well, no, let me use some of this then, because it's just... Okay, now